Welcome back to video number 2, demystifying the level funded sales process. For those of you who didn't watch video 1, you probably want to go back. It's not super complicated, but you want to catch yourself up. My name is Tom. I am the Director of Business Development for American Trust Administrators right here in the beautiful state of Kansas. It's winter outside and I love it here. For those of you that watched the last video, we've already covered a couple of these. We're going to fold to where we fell off. This was the last screen, or the last page. So if you guys recognize this, you're probably in the right spot. All right, so how do we go from the manual rate forward? Because what we want to get to is a case that's sellable, that you can take, put in front of your clients and say, all right, here's another option, and it's a better option because of this affordability and these other things. So in order to get from here to there, we needed to go and grab some enrollment forms. Now, enrollment forms, if you're in the insurance industry, you know what they are. They are questionnaires that go out to every member of the group, and we need them to be completely honest on these. The questions are really simple. It's about 2 pages. Height, weight, sex, name, date of birth, and then a bunch of questions about their status of health. So how are your knees? Are you taking pharmaceuticals? Are you diabetic? That type of stuff is going to be on there. And the reason we need to get those questions answered is really, really simple. We are going to take those questions and price the risk to that group, or we can estimate what we think they're going to spend on health through the next 12 months. All right? It's really, really simple, and the enrollment forms allow our underwriters, who are some pretty smart people, to guesstimate within probabilities what they think it's going to cost. Okay. So once it goes over to those good folks in the underwriting department, what happens? Well, they go through, they price that risk, and they produce a thing called a pre-screen. Now, this pre-screen is our current best guess of where that group is going to come in for its total plan cost for the year. All right? Now, the pre-screen is not a sellable rate, but you can look at that and give yourself a much better idea and compare it to the renewal or other options out there coming from a BUCA player and say, all right, am I better priced? If the answer is yes, then keep chasing. Is my product 20% higher, or is somebody else's level funded product 20% higher than BUCA? We'll drop it. We're not going to be able to compete at that kind of delta. So keep that in mind. It's another way for you to save some labor, but also chase the ones where you really can serve your clients. All right. So with the pre-screen, you're going to get a thing called an underwriting letter or an underwriting LORI. Now, the LORI is a letter of outstanding required information. It's really simple. All you do is you go through and get that data. So it's going to be quarterly wage and tax, because we're going to audit and say everybody who's on this quarterly wage and tax filled out an enrollment form. It's going to be the prior carrier bill. It's going to be the people who filled out those paper applications and missed a couple of questions or didn't answer. We're going to need phone calls and say, hey, you didn't check. Do you have diabetes? Or you put that you take medicine. Well, what medicine do you take? Now, you can mitigate some of that as a broker if you can get them to do it online, and we have an online portal where you can fill it out. But not everybody wants to. So if you're still doing paper, you're going to have a couple more. If you get them to move over to do the online form, you're going to save some time on the back end. But that's completely your call. They're your clients. All right. So let's say we finish the LORI. We get everything filled out, everything back to underwriting. They're all happy. They give you, or we produce for you, a sellable rate. Right now, as the rubber hits the road, folks, you sit down with your client, you say, I've got these 3 options. I've got your current renewal. I've got another fully insured option. And then I've got this thing called level funded. Now, level funded puts money in multiple buckets. And you understand that now. Level funded is fully underwritten. So it actually prices the risk in the group, not subsidizing everybody else. And level funded is on this case, in this example, $20,000 less. Let's do it. Let's, Mr. Plumbing employer, let's put a new pipe cutter back in your company because we just put 20 grand back in your budget. It's not the money that level funded plans put back in the pocket of your client. It's the opportunities that your client now has because you went to work for them and you produced for them. That's the beauty of level funded. That's the beauty of doing the work and then producing for your clients, your buddies, the people you've been working with for a decade. I'm passionate about this stuff. My name's Tom. We're going to keep going. The next video is going to be about the selling process, the documents that you need to get signs, the signatures, that type of stuff. And we're going to take you from sellable rate to sold case. And the next video after that is going to be maintaining it and plan year stuff. We're completely demystifying it. We're making it as basic as possible and trying to help you help the people that you work with and care about. My name's Tom. I'm here to educate you on level funding and let me know how I can help.